Hello, my name is Dr. Carandang, and I'm a psychiatrist. Today, I will talk about the negative cycle of health anxiety. Health anxiety, also known as illness anxiety disorder, is having intense anxiety and preoccupation about the possibility of having an undiagnosed medical illness. So having health anxiety can be highly disruptive to your life as you spend so much time and energy devoted to worrying and researching any possible medical conditions you may have. So here is the negative cycle of health anxiety. So we'll go through an example here. Suppose you have a trigger here, and the trigger is stomach pain. So this may induce the thought that, quote, I might have stomach cancer, or quote, I might die from this, or quote, I can't stand the uncertainty. So these thoughts induce anxiety. So you feel anxious, tense, and you can't relax because of these thoughts. So the anxiety makes you overcompensate, and what you do then is you start over-checking your body for any symptoms or any pains you may have. You start over-monitoring your body. You start going to your doctor multiple times because of your worry about medical problems. And then your doctor may order multiple medical tests that come up negative. And then you may over-educate and over-research your problem, say like spending all your time on the internet or the library researching any possible illnesses you may have. So these behaviors then maintain the intolerance of uncertainty, and then this maintains the vicious negative cycle of health anxiety. So let's go through each item of the negative cycle of health anxiety. So suppose you have health anxiety, otherwise known as illness anxiety disorder. So your trigger in this example would be stomach pain. So the situation induces thoughts about the event. So you may have thoughts such as, quote, I might have stomach cancer, or quote, I might die from this, or quote, I can't stand the uncertainty. So these thoughts induce anxiety, and then you also have tenseness, you can't relax, and then you have the physical effects of the adrenaline response, also known as the fight or flight response. So in the fight or flight response, you get the physical symptoms of anxiety, which include chest pains, it might include nausea, you might have butterflies in your stomach, muscle tension, it might be hard to breathe, or you can't catch your breath, or you're breathing fast, or you might have increased heart rate or palpitations. So these are the physical effects of the adrenaline response. The anxiety, which is very distressing to you, makes you overcompensate. Therefore, you start resorting to behaviors so that you can overcompensate for the distressful anxiety symptoms. So you might resort to behaviors such as overchecking, over-monitoring, having multiple doctor visits, having multiple medical tests performed, and also over-educating yourself or over-researching, such as on the internet for any possible medical conditions you may have. So the overcompensation behaviors, although they decrease your anxiety over the short term, the behaviors actually maintain your overall anxiety from the feared stimulus. So the overcompensation actually maintains the intolerance of uncertainty because you want to be certain that you don't have a certain thing. So when you overcompensate, it actually maintains this intolerance of uncertainty and this need to know. So then this continues the vicious negative cycle. So the feared stimulus induces thoughts, which induces anxiety, which then compels you to overcompensate. So instead of just exposing yourself to the trigger and finding out nothing bad will occur, you avoid the trigger by overcompensating, and this maintains your intolerance of uncertainty. So with the avoidance, you never get to find out that the anxiety will just go away naturally if you just stay with your trigger. The solution then for health anxiety is cognitive behavioral therapy, otherwise known as CBT. CBT helps to break the negative cycle of health anxiety by changing how you think and what you do. It is difficult to change the way you feel, so the focus is on changing the way you think and the way you do things. For more information and help on health anxiety and other anxiety problems, please visit AnxietyBoss.com. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. Carlo Carandang.